Hello and welcome to another video. We've got a bit of a different type of video today. We're not going to be doing any playing of the actual game. Instead, no, today we're going to be having a look at one of the up and coming features that is coming to DomiNations and basically giving our 2 cents worth of what I think this might bring to the game, whether it's going to be good, bad, and all my other opinions that I have about this because, well, it's interesting. DomiNations are introducing quests. Now then, I think off the bat that could really only be a positive thing for the game because at the moment, apart from logging in to do your daily chores of collecting resources from your manufactory and maybe doing a little bit of raiding in your World War attacks, there's no huge incentive to log in at the moment to play the game. Quests might be the answer to that issue. Now you've got reasons to log in and play. And one thing that needs to be considered here is not whether or not this is a good feature for like veteran players who have been playing the game since launch and are like hardcore DomiNations till I die type players. This should be considered from the perspective of new players because new players are really important to a game's longevity. If new players don't engage with the game, then essentially the game will end up dying because all those long-term players will eventually get bored and quit, as I have seen many do. So having new players interact with the game, enjoy it and want to log in more and more and more is something that games need to do well, and hopefully this feature is going to allow that so that new players get into the game, and I mean maybe even old existing players that have quit might even come back to the game, and that's just going to be good for the longevity of the game and hopefully see DomiNations hang around for another good 5-10 years. Who knows, it's coming up to its 10th anniversary soon, so it's got to do something to keep things fresh, and hopefully this is that thing that might be needed to get those new players engaged and playing. Anyway, let's get into what quests are going to look like because there's a lot to unpick here. So, essentially they're saying that daily quests are coming and you're going to have 9 daily quests to do and you'll get a chest at the end of them. Exciting. You'll have notifications for them and you can claim them. La-di-da-di-da, and here's what it's going to sort of look like. So you've got your daily quests. Now, interestingly, the rewards for these are resources, which, okay, that's fine. Resources are okay. And as a new player that might be, medieval age, industrial age, or whatever, that, needs those resources, then that's excellent. Saves you having to do multiplayer, or well, might not save you having to do multiplayer, but it might just give you that extra boost or reward for doing your multiplayer looting. I mean, you've got to do less of that. In terms of like getting speed ups and things though, I mean, I've got very limited information here. It doesn't look like speed ups or crowns maybe are going to be rewards for doing these daily quests, but even so, getting resources for playing the game additionally to what you would anyway is only a good thing, especially for those new players at the lower ages. What I think could be very interesting, not those daily quests, but the age quests. Look how shiny that is. Yes, and I mean, those crowns up there, 999,017. Wouldn't it be lovely if you could get those from doing the age quest? Sadly, I don't think that. However, age quests look a bit more interesting. So age quests, I mean, you're going to be collecting resources, defeating defenders, having troops survive. Oh no, hang on a minute. Have I got myself confused here? Let's scroll down. Age quests. Here we go, that's what I was looking for. I'll come back to that in a minute then in terms of the type of quests. But what are age quests? Age quests are what they say on the tin. It looks like they are quests related to the progression of the age that you are in. And again, for newer age players, that's great. It's going to keep them incentivized to want to keep playing and progressing rather than thinking, oh shit, this factory is going to take me 10 days to finish upgrading. I'm going to press upgrade and log back in 10 days time. No, now you've got a reason to log in daily and hopefully for these age quests get things like crowns. This screenshot here shows, by building a castle or whatever, the quests may be, it's showing crowns as a reward, and I really hope that crowns are going to be rewards for these age quests, because those of you who have been playing the game long enough, or very recently actually, will know that they removed the crown rewards from the reward track on the council building, because you used to be able to get a shitload of crowns from unlocking councillors, up to sort of 30,000 crowns you could get in total, I think, and that's all now gone and instead been replaced with just boring recruitment cards, which is okay, yep, fine, it's still something, but it's not quite 30k crowns, which is, that was very nice back when that was available. But these age quests might look like some sort of replacement for that, and are basically repackaged in a way where you get rewarded for progressing through the age that you are in, and incentivize players to moving to the next age and so on. And the quests that you have to do are designed, by the looks of it, around upgrading your base or your generals or your military to a certain level to get those rewards. So it says here, look, type of quest you can do: level up a general, research some library technology, all the things you're probably going to be doing anyway, you're going to get those additional rewards for. Now the only thing I've got a maybe slight issue with here, and I hope that they balance this or whatever in some way, is that it's got some quests here like upgrade a farm to a certain level. Farms aren't necessarily, at least in my opinion, a building that you'd want to focus prioritizing upgrading, because it adds nothing to your offensive capabilities when you're farming for resources. So who knows? If they get the types of quests right for these age quests, I think it could still be really good, because as I've already said multiple times, it's going to get people playing the game more and wanting to advance. Now, what I am excited about is what it says here, is that if you're automation age and you're already maxed out and you've done all your research and all your upgrades, then you're just going to be able to go back and retrospectively, or retroactively should I say, claim all the rewards based on your current progression, which will hopefully mean that all of these, veteran players that are already automation age and have been playing for a long time, they can log in and hopefully claim a shitload of crowns, which is great, because before they removed the progression track that they used to have for the council building, a lot of the feedback was, oh, you need to extend the progression track because we've already got our 30k crowns and we need more. Well, this is now, sort of like your opportunity, if you've already had those, rewards from the council track, to now get even more rewards, hopefully. So if you're already automation age or a higher age and you've already claimed all your rewards from the council track, now hopefully, depending on how well they decide to reward the players, you might be getting a shitload of crowns and reward resources from the age quests. It looks like achievements are being untouched, which is fine. Those are what they are. So hopefully this is a feature that can only be good for the game. Looking at some of the comments on the forums, there's already a lot of people that are very upset about this and think it shouldn't be considered or it's a waste of time. But yes, there are bugs in the game. There's always been bugs in DomiNations. In some ways, that's what makes DomiNations charming, isn't it? No, it's not. The bugs would be great if they were fixed. However, as I said already at the beginning of this video, needs to be considered is that for the longevity of this game, getting new players to keep playing and encourage them to keep playing should be a priority for any games company. Because if you take a Supercell game, something that people might not consider is that at any one point in a game, around about 50% of the players that are actually playing the game are new players. At least that's a stat I read for one of the top Supercell games, which is pretty crazy. 50% of the players playing a game have started playing the game within the last year or so. That's what would be considered as a new player, because people that have been playing the game for a long time, they go away, they come back, and it's just not the same as having new players, playing the game and essentially injecting money into the game, which then the developers can then use to continually up level and improve and fix those bugs that those long-term players so drastically want fixed. So this should be looked at is, in a positive way, is going to get new players playing more, which will mean hopefully new players spending more money on the game, which means more investment for BHG to hopefully fix some of the other things that people have been moaning about for a long time. And I think I'm going to end my little rant there. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, as I said, but I think quests could be good. And I've said why, and it looks interesting, it looks exciting. Hopefully these, us long-term players will get some decent rewards from this, and the new players will be encouraged to play more. If you like this style of video, please comment below and I'll do more. Give the video a like anyway. I mean, it's not going to cost you anything, and it'll be great for me and great for the video and great for the channel. If you want to see more of my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Again, that is free for you to do. Check out some of my other content. I have many other videos that you might find interesting. I think I'm going to end it there. As always, thank you for watching and peace out.